You're getting down.
I might be.
Excellent.
I feel like we need to.
That's much better.
So much better.
You can sing my Dan Jones birthday.
That's mean. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, happy Friday. And the sun's kind of coming out. You know, in the winter, that's not always a good sign because it means it's going to be cold as hell. But isn't that a weird phrase? Like, you grow up in church. If you grow up, I didn't grow up in this kind of church, but, you know, the burning pit of fire, and then people say it's cold as hell. That makes no sense. Although Dante certainly had some frozen pieces of hell. So we'll go with Dante's deal. It's going to be cold today. Let's just go with that.
You want to mention all 9 of his concentric circles, or just in general it might be cold in one of them? Here's a good literature break.
It gets colder as you go deeper and deeper.
From the person with the master's degree in English.
Till you land with Judas. We don't want to go there. Let's not go there. Okay, that's enough Bible for the day.
Or maybe coining a phrase. So Judas, coins. See what I did there?
Incredible. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm here all week.
Stop. It's been a funny week because we pre-recorded one day. We live streamed yesterday from Dana Del Val, not Daily Dose. So I'm sorry. I'm a little bit discombobulated. And I think we're on the right page today. I'm trusting, since Ann Riley is here, that we are. All right. It's time to go through some questions based on the conversations this week. First question. What milestones do you need to celebrate in your life? They don't need to be an actual anniversary, but what should you be celebrating? So this is obviously in reference to Dr. Mary's 4-year soberversary on Monday, but we all have moments or little memories from our lives that we should be celebrating. We're not very good at celebrating. So figure out what you need to celebrate and celebrate it. Don't just do birthdays and anniversaries. Celebrate the big stuff, the little stuff, and all the things in between. You'll be happier if you are celebrating as opposed to bemoaning.
It could be an anniversary of you starting a new job, or the day you retired, or the day
you got a pup, the day you got a new car, the day you came across some new little thing in your community that you love. It doesn't matter. You don't need to necessarily throw a huge party for it, but do some more celebrating. All right, next question. Do you have a token or object that serves as a reminder of something or that reminds you of your successes? If you don't, what could you use? So this is again about Monday and Dr. Mary's coins that he get. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, coins? Like coins or chips.
Chips. Yeah,
well,
I didn't think that was right.
Chips, is it?
I'm so lit from all over the place because of my computer.
No, actually, I think you're that pale. To be perfectly honest, you are a pale individual.
Be. It's true. But do you have anything like that? So you might remember from, I think just last week was Martin Luther King Day. My tiny little, if not now, when? Yeah, it's so bright. I can't make anything really focus. But I don't carry this around with me, but I definitely keep it and use it as some sort of little reminder to keep going, to charge ahead in whatever it is I'm doing. Do you have anything else, Dr. Mary, besides your chips?
No.
Which you don't carry with you, but...
Up until recently, I had my dad's watch, but we got a nice replacement and you engraved it for me, so...
I did? I feel like your necklace.
I suppose me necklace I got for me confirmation. I still wear that somewhere. Oh, there it is.
This beautiful little Irish Celtic cross.
Yeah, and of course now I've got this. I feel like Mr. T now. There we go. Now I've got my sobriety prayer.
Serenity
prayer that I carry around on my neck too, just to make me feel a bit better.
So, next question. Are you stretching with us every morning? Have you been doing your stretches, Mother? We've been doing ours. How close are you to touching your toes?
I'm a long way off.
I'm not. What little steps can you take every day to make incremental change? And what do you need to do to get started? And it might not be touching your toes. You don't have to take that challenge on with us. But where are the places in your life where you need to take that first little step? We talk a lot about don't go to the end, go to the beginning.
Yeah.
Start at the beginning. That reminds me of that great book Quinn had when he was little by Avi, The End of the Beginning, with the snail and the ant. Oh my gosh, that's the cutest book ever. All right, so if you haven't started doing the stretch with us and you want to, put your arms up, deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, and then as you are excelling, bend down and try and touch your toes. Do it every day. Take a picture of your first day, and then when we get to February 28th, if you've been doing it for more than 3 or 4 days, you should see some progress.
It's just every little step at a time.
Yep. Next question comes, I think, from Wednesday. What mistakes can you use as stepping stones instead of weights to pull you down?
Oh, that's a good one.
So that whole idea of don't carry those burdens, put them down and stand on top of them. And you said something that day that I thought was really beautiful. You said the only time you should look down on someone is if you are extending a hand to lift them up. And that's easier to do if you've got that vantage point of being able to see up and over from that burden. So mostly, not always, but mostly our mistakes, our shame, our bad choices remain secret because we are afraid to share them. So we carry them around with us.
Yeah, they weigh you down.
They weigh you down. We say it all the time. If there are people who judge us for having come public with this, they have chosen to remain quiet, and they're perfectly entitled to feel how they want to feel. But the overwhelming majority has not only celebrated with us, but thanked us. And I think that the same would happen for you. Next question. What do you need to ask for help with, and who might you be able to ask? So this goes back a bit to that point of don't just look around and help people after they've reach out to celebrate with them. Reach out to people to help them when they are in a time of trial. And if you are in that time, then who can you reach out to? I was thinking this morning in spin class, I think that probably today is my 4-year anniversary of going to spin because Maz was in the hospital. Spin Cycle Bar just opened 4 years ago on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I read about them in the paper and signed up for a class. So it would make sense that I would have gone on a Friday. And I remember sitting in that class, and there's always a connect song where it's really just about sort of making a mental connection. And I was so overwhelmed at the reality of my life. And I don't remember the song, but I literally can feel myself pedaling on that bike, and I put my towel up to my face and I sobbed into that towel. And I felt so alone, even though I was in a room full of people. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that that's the time and place to say, could we stop and could we talk about my immediate, right now, very present trauma? But there were definitely people in my life who I could have reached out to. There were people I did reach out to. You might remember Betsy Birmingham, who was on New Year's Eve. I called Betsy's husband, Kevin, the night that we took Maz into the intensive care unit because I had some questions about work, and I knew he would maybe know. And it was an incredible thing to just release all that. Kevin, if you ever see this, I know you know how grateful I am, but man, you have been with me at some rock bottom moments, Kevin, so thank you. Figure out who you can safely reach out to. Do not carry this stuff alone. It's so much harder alone.
It is.
Next question. Last question. Lori Abbott talked about being curious about her alcohol consumption. What are you curious about regarding your habits, your patterns, or any aspect of your life? And what needs further explanation and exploration? I loved that word because it's so non-judgmental. Think of all the things that you are curious about. They might be significant, they might be insignificant. You might look into them, you might not. You might do a Wikipedia read, you might decide to go get a degree in it. I mean, there's all kinds of layers and levels to what you are curious about. But my favorite thing is that it is not from a place of judgment. And I think that was part of where you and I hit so many walls, is we were both being super judgmental of your drinking.
Yeah.
And I was being judgmental of you because I didn't understand that it was, sort of beyond you by the time it really hit the wall. So if you can try to take a step back from the things that you don't like about yourself or that you're concerned about or that bother you about yourself or someone else, and be curious about it versus judgmental about it,
well, don't say
how might you start to solve things?
Don't say dislike or hate about yourself. Say what you're concerned about yourself. There's no point starting us off thinking you hate something about yourself.
That's Dr. Mary being half full. How very non-Catholic of you.
Well
am
done. Trying.
Yeah. So those are your questions for the day. I'll post them inside the YouTube video. And obviously, they will also go out in tomorrow's newsletter. So if you want that, write to me at dana@danadelval.com and I'll get you signed up for it. Where you'll get all 5 videos and this worksheet and some other content too. So have a great weekend. Stay warm if you're in the upper Midwest.
Tomorrow's going to be cold.
Holy buckets. It's going to be really, really chilly. So stay warm. We'll see you on Monday.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.